to you, right? I do see people that believe in God, and they believe in God in a weird way. It seems a little delusional, you know what I mean? But, there are other people that make sense when they're talking about God. So,
yeah, I've never heard anyone make sense when they talk about God, ever.
Yeah, and that's, I try to, you're an atheist, I'm guessing, right?
So far, yeah.
That's where I was actually talking to somebody, an atheist, the other day. He was actually enjoying my conversation with him. Why? Because I truly wanted to understand why atheists believe what they believe.
What do atheists believe?
He said there's like two types of atheists. This is all him, right? This is what he said. He said there are two types of atheists. There are atheists that are pretending to be atheists, and then there are hardcore atheists. Don't know exactly what that meant. I wish I was there talking to him a little longer, but he had to go or something like that. But it was an enjoyable conversation. I understood his side. It's not like I thought he was a mean or a person that didn't have any moral values. No, he was a cool dude. So.
Yeah, atheism, all it does is address belief, right? So it's not about knowledge. I could be an agnostic atheist, just like I could be an agnostic unicornist, right? Like, I don't believe unicorns exist, right? I don't have a current active belief that unicorns are real, but I can't tell you for sure that they don't somewhere, right? I'm not going to make the positive claim of knowledge that unicorns do not, in fact, exist in the universe. So I'm the same with God, right? And I think that's what God believers should do, too. They should be agnostic theists, but, I don't want to do that. Agnosticism is scary.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people, what atheists do, right, is they take the definition of what other people call God, and then they say, oh, I don't believe that. Well, I find my own definition of God, like from my own understanding, the way the Bible uses it or how other religions use it. I kind of combine all of them to make it make sense, because that's all I have for evidence of God, right? So, and what I came to find out is that God is just the essential, how can I say it? God is our supreme reality. It's what makes us us, it's what makes who we are. Like, the person that's listening to your thoughts, that's God. It's not, because you obviously can't hear them with your ears, right? So I wouldn't say you're your body. You're something else within the side of the body that's listening to your own. So a lot of people say, oh, God is Jesus, and Jesus, you have to pray to Jesus, and you have to pray to this person. Nah, I think everybody's God. Everybody's God. You God, I'm God. And then when they say follow only God, they're saying don't follow other people's gods. They're saying follow your own God. Don't follow other people's thoughts. Follow your own thought.
So, Toma, can I ask, what does your concept of God communicate to you?
What do you mean?
Like, you said it speaks to you even though you don't hear it, but what is it communicating?
God is yourself. You can hear your own thoughts. It's what you're thinking. It's you. It's you, but you're speaking to yourself in third person. You're treating it
your internal monologue.
Yeah. This guy said I'm a liar. What am I lying about? I'm just giving you my thoughts, or God thoughts.
I guess I'm just trying to wrap my head around how that rises to the concept of God and isn't just your, internal monologue, your super ego, and all of that.
Armando, come up here, man. I thought you were like the moderator or stuff like that. I can't prove God to you the same way Jesus can prove God to those other people. And the same reason why he died, because he couldn't prove it. I can't prove it.
Oh my God.
This is weird. I'm usually the one in the goo. Why everybody's down in the goo?
All right, it's
They
over.
put themselves down there.
All right. All right, it's over. You
Yeah, I'm
think-
a bad. I can't speak forever. I'm
you
really
said Jesus.
sure.
You said Jesus came to prove God existed.
I didn't say Jesus came to prove God's existence. I said he cannot prove God's existence. That's the reason why people killed him. They didn't believe him. They asked him for proof, and he didn't show it.
How about healing the blind?
If that's proof, then why did they kill him?
What happens when you kill God? What happens when you kill God? What happens when did we kill Zeus?
I didn't kill myself, so I can't tell you that.
All right, most of us in here don't believe in Zeus, correct? It's a myth now, right?
Well, it depends on if you think of religions as being something that evolves over time, and names only are what change, and the concepts stay the same. Like language, it changes, right? You may be using the same word, but to the people, it may be the same exact thing.
To
Or
me,
concept.
the change of name is death.
The change of name is death.
I don't know about that. Like something like Zeus, say, right? So I don't know if you've ever read or seen this TV series of Neil Gaiman's American Gods at all, but it works. The main premise of the show is like gods only live as long as they have people acknowledging, worshiping, knowing all of that of them. And so, like in the case of Zeus, we might limit these things to mythology, but we still acknowledge Zeus. Almost every kid in the Western world reads Greek mythology, so they know the stories. We repeat the stories. The stories are woven all the Greek myths are woven all throughout Western literature. They feed into it. Our planets are named after the Romanized names for these gods. So Jupiter, and all the moons are named after characters and stories that surround them. So you have Io and Europa, as the moons. And so it's all there. We acknowledge that they've had an effect on our culture almost every day. So is Zeus really dead? I don't think so. I mean, like even my name is, it's a pseudonym for Persephone. So here I am walking around being Persephone all the time.
What the fuck does that mean? How can we involve our names into that family of names?
you take on the identity and then translate that into, or not really.
Translate it to reality.
Your own perception.
At one point, I literally was considering changing my name just because, like, I don't talk to my parents, and I was thinking, well, gosh, if I leave the state, I move somewhere else, and I change my name, they'll never find me. Anyway, but I was literally thinking of changing my name to Persephone Spoonbender.
Main reason why we shouldn't name ourselves.
I don't know. That's a pretty cool name.
Spoonbender?
Hell yeah. You understand the concept behind it.
The Matrix?
More than that. You create your own reality.
How would you have spelled it?
I had to run it all together, so, capital SPOONBENDER. Yeah, Spoonbender.
Does remind me of Galaxy Bender a little too much, though.
Yeah, but this was prior to me even knowing Galaxy existed, so come on. I was thinking more like Uri Geller, Matrix, all that.
How many of you guys think that's possible? To stare at a spoon and bend it with your mind?
It depends on how strong your mind is and how flexible your imagination is. Yeah.
You can get
I need a little bit of proof.
One of the best tattoos you can get is getting a spoon tattooed in your elbow crook. That way when you bend your arm, the spoon bends. So, yeah.
Artists do it all the time. They can take an image in their mind and transmute it to whatever whatever orientation they want to, without the use of any kind of substances too.
And I'm the freak.
Hey, I never claim to be anything but.
Bro,
Yeah,
listen, hold on.
Freak, Armando.
And I'm the religious freak.
Some of us are positive over here.
I don't think.
Said I didn't believe in
I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's
telekinesis is real.
Bro, I don't think it's possible to stare at a spoon and bend it or even warp it and by all means with your mind. I don't think that's possible.
No, it is.
And I believe in God, right?
The way it's done, performance-wise, is a magic trick. They actually alter the spoon so that you could, when you rub it, if you watch what they do, they don't just hold the spoon and bend it. They hold it in the middle and they rub it, and they've already kind of put little they've sawn through it in kind of like you would do to bend plywood. You make little halfway through it divots, and then if you hold it between your fingers and rub it, and as when the metal heats up, it starts to sag. So yeah, the metal heats up, it starts to sag because it's really thin at that point, but people can't see the tiny cuts in it.
Also, if you hold it by the fulcrum and lift it up and down really fast, it'll look as if it's bending.
Yeah, that too.
It's not. Even though it's a solid as a rock.
Yeah, you can do that with pencils too. Just sit there and wave a pencil around. It looks like it's all wobbly.
Looks like a rubber pencil.
Yeah, that was my favorite trick when I was little.
I used to be able to hang. Well, I probably still could if I just haven't done it. I could put a whole place setting of silverware and stick it to my face. You put the spoon on your nose.
Just make it.
Should never work for me.
Foggy enough.
Yeah, you put the spoon on your nose. You put the fork on your cheekbone, right below your eye, and you stick the knife to the side of your head. It'll all stick. These are important skills to have, guys. Come on.
You got to entertain the dinner party, right?
Mondo, just make the title
I'm
for
trying.
Persephone Spoonbender.
Yo, I wouldn't even get up there. I just realized.
Yeah.
You are the entertainment. Welcome to Clubhouse.
Bro, but you see what I mean? Yeah, that's too much.
What be too much? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's all false information right there.
What false information?
Camilla got assassinated.
Oh my God.
What?
Maybe we could just throw the word attempt in there and it will soften it up. I think so. Let's see.
Y'all like playing with fire, I see.
Anything political just makes me want to puke right now.
All right. Let it go. I'm with you. Good afternoon, Daniel Matalan. Leanne, you look much better up here.
What's going on? What are we talking about?
Bending spoons with your mind.
Optical illusions and such. Mm-hmm.
You bend spoons if you get enough agreement.
Hey, that's a good point. How about all of us staring at the spoon? Can we all bend it?
Certainly a better chance than by ourselves, for sure.
There's always strength in numbers.
Give me 1 second. Let me go make some coffee.
Dang it, I can't get this YouTube link to preview.
video game. Not saying it's reality, but it's an interesting concept.
I haven't heard of it, but I do believe in like the holographic theory, the way they have it mapped out on the internet, the way they explained it, it kind of makes sense to me about that. But that's pretty much as far as I'll take it though.
For me, that I think it could be a physical, spiritual, and electronic simultaneously.
I think you would only be able to bend the spoon if you're providing the spoon. If I provide the spoon, you will fail.
I need no spoon, only the image, the imagination. There is no spoon.
I told hello everyone.
Your picture, Death Hippie, like the PTR.
Thank you. Yours are always nice.
I do believe that you can go faster than the speed of light. I know it's not really science or whatever, but like space goes faster than the speed of light. So,
Do you know that if the stars that we see exist, they're already long gone before we even see them?
yeah, I think we lose 10,000 stars a day. Every day we lose 10,000 stars.
Or do we soar past them and,
Oh, they're gone. They're so far gone that light will never reach them.
We are stars. We are from the stars, and we are of the stardust. Everyone else.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I think hypothetically we did prove that we can travel faster than the speed of light by folding space. Right? That's how Elon Musk is going to get to where he's going to get. Anyway, keep believing, like always.
Well, isn't this all fantasy? You guys just making it up as you go along, like just stories from other people, like the Stardust thing. That's Carl Sagan, right?
And that's a physical reality. We're made up of the elements that have been, emitted from the sun. The heavier elements, the carbon.
That doesn't
Can we
mean God
prove that?
doesn't exist.
Right, but can you prove that? Everything is just imaginary for you guys. It's like fantasy, fantastical
Can you prove that?
stories. That make no sense.
There's no way.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just picking up on your guys' conversation. I just joined the room a minute or two ago. But artificial intelligence, if this is the conversation that we're having, is actually proving, I don't know, it's beyond intelligence. It's like, I was just going to bring up the Quran, and there is a series you can find on YouTube where a lot of artificial intelligence, like ChatGPT, are pointing out, truisms that a lot of people have known for.
So it's pointing out stuff that's been known for 1,400 years. So how is it intelligent?
Well, you would have to tell me if that is intelligence or not intelligence, but I definitely I would say it's intelligence because it is proving, like, when you ask that question, you're comparing it to something. So compared to other people, a lot of other people, 2-point-something billion, haven't come to that conclusion. So I don't know. I'm just speaking my mind.
Choose Christ. That's the only way you're actually going to understand it.
And there we go.
It's a fact. Can you show us another origin story that makes sense?
Ask ChatGPT. Like this YouTube that I'm watching, I think it's called Han Meditation. It is mind-blowing. Anybody in this room could have asked ChatGPT, and the answers, like, if this guy who's asking me the questions, if he was asking this ChatGPT, his mind would be blown, I'm sure. But yeah.
Go ahead.
Artificial intelligence is only good as the information stored within it, and also it will answer a question whether it has the correct answer or not, just to spit out an answer. So artificial intelligence is just an algorithm, just like it is possible for it to get things very, very wrong. It shouldn't be leaned that heavily on.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Greetings. Yes, of course, death is absolutely right. It cannot be denied. But Simon, I mean, when I just came in the room, and when you say, when somebody says 1400 years, I mean, I immediately jump to the beginning of Islam. And I don't know what, I mean, how the talk started and what the topic is really. But is that what this is about? I mean, is it about Islam and that being the true religion, or what is that? I mean, where does the 1400 years come from then exactly?
If that question is for me, I was picking up on conversation that all the speakers were having when I came to the room. At this point, it's about 5 minutes ago. But, it's just interesting because I took from the room, they were talking about artificial intelligence, and the gentleman was making comments as if, he was disparaging artificial intelligence. And I'm, finding in my YouTubing and stuff that artificial intelligence is finding out stuff that a lot of people haven't, so hey. And for the lady, she's 100% right. It's not, that's why I had, interpretation by using the word intelligence, because you're right, all it does is codify information, and it does it in a way that the human brain has trouble with. That's all, So,
Yes, what I wanted to know, where is it, when you said 1400 years, why did you say 1400 years and not 1800 years? Or like,
well,
the thing is, 1400 years.
Well, okay, so just to make it clear, 1400 years ago denotes the Quran and the rebuilding of the Quran, but not Islam. Islam has been here since time immemorial. Adam was the first Muslim. If that answers your question.
All right, so you're talking from a Muslim standpoint. You're a believing Muslim, are you?
Inshallah.
Okay, I get it. Okay, well, now I get what it's all about. I'm an ex-Muslim, so we are at polar opposites. But then, there we are. Yeah.
Well, that's good for you. And as you would know, as an ex-Muslim, and I'm sure you read the Quran, that in there it says, Allah guides us all by our right. So, and knew all along that you were never a Muslim. So, good for you, buddy. Thanks for letting me know.
Well, the thing you are all along,